lots of work, and she's like crawling on him, and it got real dramatic and stuff, and she's
Yeah.
like he's like freaked out by it, and I'm like, yeah, she's definitely haunted, bro. I mean, like
Yeah.
we got red flags, and this man can't
it's
see
it's
one
it's
of
it's a
them.
different it's a different kind of ghosting.
Yeah, yeah. He'd rather he should be ghosted. I
Yeah.
mean, like, how many red flags do you need? This man is like he don't see any. He's jokes aside, they have two different. It's like two different art styles. He's
Yeah.
like a regular. Like his eyes are proportionate. You know, his body seems kind of proportionate, whatever. And then she's got this little round head
Yeah.
and tiny features
Yeah. He's pretty much drawn like a
everywhere.
background character almost, just like
Yeah,
standard.
just I watched it twice because I was
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
I watched it once late at night and I was like
Yeah.
maybe I'm just delirious, but I just remember
I'm just
I didn't, and I didn't, the first time I watched it didn't take notes. All I was just
Was
going
this
like
before or after the coffee?
this is before the coffee, so I was not firing on all cylinders, but I just like was just kind of watching it and honestly I was like nah dude, and then I would watch like nah man, she's you'd fold it up real nice.
Yeah.
Like if you were good, you could fold it into a t-shirt.
Oh yeah. This origami was coming hot.
Yeah, origami was kids don't know about origami, dude. Like you could
Oh right. Got a thing. Do not disturb, silent, all that
oh
stuff
snap, that I need to do
on.
that. I need to do that too. I need to do that too. Uh wait. Hold on. Don't start yet. Where is this thing?
Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it. Where the heck? Oh, here we go. Do not disturb. Don't mess up the. We've just got this working.
We just got this work.
Wait, I was gonna tell you something real quick.
Yeah.
Do not disturb. What did you say
Mhm.
before that?
Silent. Do not disturb. Aharen-san. We're gonna start. Uh,
Forget it, Joe Angel. You know what?
I already lost
I thought
it.
I thought I was gonna make sense today, but I'm not gonna make sense
Guess we're
today.
not.
I've been off of coffee for like a whole month, and today I had my first cup
Oh
of
man,
coffee. It's gonna be
crazy, right?
wild, son. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, expect some real Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Kanye West, make no sense.
Make no sense.
You know what? Be ready for it. Just
Out
follow
of the
me.
simulation now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, go
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, yeah. All right, and three, two, and one. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Podcast. It's me, joined with the co-host Sal. We are here for some more anime in our February season, guys.
February. Got
February,
that
because
boot tang.
it's it is thanks no not Thanksgiving. What am I thinking? I'm thinking way ahead.
Yo, dude. Hey,
Valentine's Day.
I thought
Valentine's Day is Friday.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. And
Friday.
you know what? Also,
Don't
congratulations
forget, dog.
to the Chiefs. You did it. And
Congratulations to Patrick Mahomes on his three-peat
yeah,
this
the
year.
three
I
P.
We're gonna go ahead because, like we said, we pre-recorded these. But guess what, guys? I know the script. I did the same
Wait,
thing last year. Didn't it? Wasn't last year? I called it. I called it
yeah,
last year, right?
you called it last year. I can't believe it. Okay, here we go. I can't believe he made that pass at the end.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Taylor Swift.
Oh, you take her name. You take her last name.
He's
You ain't
taking her name.
nobody. Come on,
Yeah.
you take that last. It's a better a football name, by the way.
Oh yeah, it
Travis
is.
Swift. I mean,
Travis Swift.
yeah. Or you
So
take her whole name. It's gonna be
yeah,
Taylor Swift, the football player, and Taylor
Blair
Swift,
Taylor Swift,
the
the musician.
yeah. I mean, Taylor is one of those names. You could be both guy and girl, and she also showed up during the halftime show and performed with
Oh,
Kendrick Lamar, which was pretty
new duet
brilliant.
song.
I mean,
Pretty.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was pretty dope.
it only makes sense,
Katy
because
Perry
they
flew out the air again out of nowhere for no
them
reason.
sharks are
Yeah.
back. Bring, you know what? Bring some of that energy. I want some like
Oh yeah.
real goofy. It's not gonna be weird and goofy. I mean, it
Nah.
wasn't weird and goofy. Let's
It's
not
I wouldn't be surprised if the whole show was just him playing Not Like Us on repeat.
in that in that Canadian
That
tuxedo.
Canadian
Did
tuxedo.
you did you see the dig? That is like
Dude.
some Kung Fu
Three
Kenny.
D 3D chess, he's on it, man.
This man, I mean, he's like, talk about supercomputers and quantum physics. It's math. Oh wait, what are we?
This
We're doing a
man.
podcast. We're doing a
Yeah,
podcast.
we're talking about a podcast. We're not talking about football. We're talking about anime, man.
We're talking about Anime Me, a podcast where two friends share anime to each other and show you how to love and watch it one episode at a time.
One episode at a time, guys. And our second February anime we are watching is called Aharen-san wa Hakarenai, which in English is Aharen-san is indecipherable. Because this is, if you have watched it, if you haven't watched it, if you love Communicate Communicate, you're gonna love this one.
Okay, here you are. Here you are, giving me another one of these hard to pronounce long titles. I'm gonna have to like call her something else, and you're gonna have to bleep me. Um,
Bleeps.
I'm going in on this one. We're talking. I hope. Okay, this is a safe space, right? I mean, like, how are you? You know what?
Yeah,
Hey,
safe space.
let's
Yeah,
just. You know what? I know
yeah.
it's the season of love, but you get ready, Joe
But
Angel.
I'm gonna
You
hate on
get
this real quick.
not like hate. Not like hate. I just got some things to say. Okay, so be ready for it.
Be ready. Oh, which by the way, real quick. Speaking of Communicate Communicate, the manga finally came to an end a few weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. It was a few weeks ago. Finally
Hmm.
came to an end, and it is done. So
So
kind of.
did you finish it? Did you read it
I
all
fin-
and you were
yeah,
like
I was reading it. I was waiting for it, and then
tears?
finally,
Wait, tears to me?
tears,
And tears,
tears.
just
I
bye
understand.
friends.
Yeah, it was a good series. It was one of my favorites. It's gonna go up there. I will say I do know some people probably won't like it, but I understand the direction he was going. So
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, does that mean how much more do you think we have for the show? Do you think they're going to
oh,
continue
there's a
with this show?
lot for the show. It wasn't even like halfway through the manga on the show. I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
dang. So you're just like waiting for it. They're gonna
I was
get
just waiting for.
married.
Yeah, yeah. I was just
They
waiting
get
for it. Just
they got
waiting to get it
kids,
animated.
like
Yeah.
you're
They're in
like
their
in the
80s. They own a
yeah.
homestead.
They're retiring in Florida, baby,
Boom.
with them alligators.
Alligators.
Okay, Aharen-san wa Hakarenai. Ah, forget it, dude.
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
Call her
Let's
Oaxaca.
call it a little Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
I can pronounce that. All right, let me give us a synopsis, and we're gonna go in on this. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Socially awkward Aharen-san has personal boundary issues, either getting too close or too far from her classmates when. Oh my gosh, that's a period. That didn't sound like I finished this sentence there. It sounded
Period.
like it was period. Period. When fellow student, how do you say his name? Rado? Right?
Righto.
Right? Rido? Okay.
Righto.
When
Righto.
fellow student Rido picks up an eraser she drops, Aharen-san decides they're now best friends. Whether studying, playing the arcade, or just eating lunch, she's along for the ride. What follows is an impromptu bonding that shows affection can blossom in the unlikeliest places.
He's got that Phantom Riz, man. He doesn't even know it.
The
All he
man
did was
don't.
pick up an eraser. It was
I
like
mean,
Fabio.
he's like, hey, you dropped your. Well, I'm trying to think of a good pickup line. You drop like sugar,
Oh
and you go,
yeah,
hey, you dropped your name tag, and it's like a
a
a, a bag of sugar, or what do you those little
bag.
sugar, a
Yeah,
A bag of sugar. Like, how old
Sugar
am I?
packet,
A sugar
sweet love.
packet. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm back on coffee, and it's worse than ever, Joe Angel. All right, all right, all right, all right. You know what? I'm gonna ask you some questions as I go along here. You try and follow me, okay? Let's see here. I got one big question here. Let's see here. What is this? What's my one big question? Oh, actually, let's just start. I'm gonna start from the beginning. He's sitting in the right, right. I'm gonna call
Righto.
him Rido. Okay,
Raid.
Rido. Rido's fine. We'll call him Raid. Raid,
Raid.
yo, Raid Redemption is sitting there next to Aharen, and he's like looking at this girl, and he says, Aharen, who are you? Where are you? Like,
Yeah.
who are you, and why are you so distant? He asked those two questions because he's looking at her, and he's like,
It's
this
that
beautiful
whole
girl.
Harry Potter scene where he's I think it's Harry Potter 2 where he's visiting Hedwig in the Owlery and they're
Uh-huh,
just in
uh-huh.
the snow and they're just on the ledge and he's just like, Hedwig, who am I?
Yeah,
Just
he's trying to figure
that.
he's trying to figure out life, bro. They're freshmen, I think, right? Because he talks about how like I was weird in middle school and I want high school to be
Yeah.
great. And so I need to whoever he
Yeah.
says,
Six.
whoever I'm sitting next to, I'm gonna get to know them no matter what. The one important thing that he didn't ask that I have myself asking still till right now, he says, "Who are you? Why are you so distant? Also, how old are you? How old are you? And how old am I?" Like, bro, okay. I think that's gonna be my main talking point the entire show. Like, I'm like, she is 12 and he's probably 25. I mean, or she could be 11 and he's like 30. I They're drawn completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she's drawn like one of them Lucky Star characters.
Yeah.
You know, they just picked luck
Short.
when short, mousy, a completely different like for real like jokes aside, they have two different. It's like two different art styles. He's
Yeah.
like a regular like his eyes are proportionate. You know, his body seems kind of proportionate, whatever. And then she's got this little round head
Yeah.
and tiny features
Yeah. He's pretty much drawn like
everywhere.
a background character almost, just like
Yeah,
standard. Like no
yeah.
real like MC kind of feel vibe, you know.
Let's see here. I think I may have asked this once before, but let's see here. The creator of this. Wait, no, actually, I got a better question for you. Do you think that there is a real like a list of people on the FBI? Does the FBI like put you on a list? You know what I'm saying? So I like look
Have
this
a
show up, a Crunchyroll, Aharen-san, and then my FBI agent that's following me, he's like, oh, got him, put him,
got him.
you know what, put
Put
him
him
on.
on.
Ladies and
Check
gentlemen,
the
we got
box.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're googling stuff, and there's just keywords that they're just like, nah,
Yeah, you can't
you
be
can't
him.
be, you can't be. What? This is it. This is the man.
Yeah.
Throw, throw him in
Your Honor,
Guantanamo
he's
Bay.
cooked.
Like,
Oh man.
I didn't. I'm just thinking like, I mean, I'm having a hard time with it just because there's something else going on here, and I feel a little uneasy with my. She is a child. He is a man. Did you watch it in the dub?
Yeah, I watched it both ways. I will
Okay.
say, because I did watch this all the way through in the sub.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
um, and I watched it in the dub. I I could I can live with it in the dub. It wasn't as bad
Okay.
in the dub. Like
The
his voice tone wise is not that different. I will say it is much deeper in the English
uh-huh.
dub.
Uh-huh.
than it is in the Japanese subbed. But yeah, I could see where you're coming from, especially with just their drawing difference and then with the tone of the voice of the voice actors. Because like
So
his is a little more, he does sound like he's like a 30-year-old man in high school,
and he's not
and
trying to like make it
yeah,
sound like he's younger either.
he's just almost like he's just talking in his natural voice.
It almost seemed like he was just talking by the way, like
Yeah,
no real acting. You know what I'm saying? He was just like,
no real
I,
effort.
yeah, no effort. I was thinking like, what's happening here? And I was like, you know what? I think here's what's happening. This voice actor, he knew what was going on. Like the creator got the guys to like start drawing, do the sound effects, got everybody to do the things. In the middle of the show, somebody's probably drawing it and going like, "Hey, I don't know about this, man. This seems like I could go, we could go away for." And so then,
This
like
looks
whenever
kind
they
of
start,
sus.
yeah, yeah, and then when the cops come, the cops
Yeah,
start locking people up. Like, hey, who made this? Who wrote this? And then they're like, hey, who made the music? Go lock him up.
like
Wait,
straight to
who's the
jail.
dub? Who's the yeah? Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
And then they ask like, who's the voice actor? Who did the main voice? And then that guy could go, hey man, they made me do it, dude. Like
It made me do it.
they
I
listen to,
was trying. You, listen to
yeah,
me. I not
yeah.
even try.
That's what I'm saying. Listen to my voice acting in this. I wouldn't even. I was just reading the lines, baby. You know what I'm saying? Don't lock me away.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So I got all kinds of notes about this, man. Let's see here. I wrote down that this is her origin story of being like of haunting a house. Like she just seems like one of them.
She's getting ready to be a ghost.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. She like the first one of their first interactions after the whole like eraser pickup from the classroom. She like gets up all in his face and she's like this close, speaking real
Yeah.
quietly. And I was like, that's if I had that kind of interaction with somebody, I'd be like freaked out.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that is like a key a thing that like kids do. You know,
Hmm.
kids they have no idea or no awareness of personal space. So when they feel like they want to tell you something secret or something, they get up on your face. But then sometimes they'll talk, in that harsh voice. But sometimes, even though they're like right there in your face, they're still yelling. It's like that's not how you keep a secret.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't have any like spatial awareness or
Yeah,
like just kind of she's socially awkward. And by the
yeah,
way, I'm wondering, I mean, it felt like this is like the creators of Comey Can't Communicate probably saw this and they're like, "Hey, I like all this stuff, but like let's make their ages like let's make them seem about the same age because that might get us in trouble."
yeah.
We might
Just be a little bit more cautious and aware.
yeah, yeah. I was like, this is some real Doogie Howser. People don't know who Doogie Howser is, but Doogie Howser goes to college. He's like 12 years old, 15 years old. And I'm like, this is what's happening here. She's like in high school, but she's probably, just a prodigy. And they should not be, he should not be. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just seems, I go, let's see here. This just seems like some sort of. Do you need to bleep
Yeah.
that? I don't know.
Rather.
Uh, yeah, I don't know if you need to bleep that. There's a scene on there where he's just like trying everything he can to like try to communicate with this girl. Like, I want to be able to hear you. We seem like you seem like you want to be friends, and he's like going out of his way, even though she seems like she's kind of giving him the cold shoulder a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's not that. It's just that she's socially awkward.
Yeah.
And one of the scenes he comes back and he's like, "Okay, I've learned, what did he say? I've mastered lip reading."
Yeah.
And like I'm just like, this man is thirsty, son. Like he is doing way
The
too much.
most.
He's doing the most. I'm like, this man, you know what? Nice try, Diddy. Okay? Nice try, Diddy. It ain't,
It ain't gonna
like
work.
it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna happen. This man. Oh my gosh, dude. Do you think kids still pass notes in classes?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think
I
because
mean,
I mean I think they're. I
They have
think they're allowed
iPhones.
to
They
have
have
their phone
phones.
in class now. Like I don't think teachers really care anymore. But I know, yeah, I remember back in days, like passing notes was a huge thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
pass
yeah,
this
yeah.
over to this person, or you just wait till the teacher had their back and you toss it over all the way
Yeah,
across
yeah, yeah.
the room.
You'd fold it up real nice.
Yeah.
Like if you could, if you were good, you could fold it into a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, this origami was coming hot.
Yeah. Origami was kids don't know about origami, dude. Like you fold a t-shirt, fold
They didn't even know
a
what paper
heart.
is, man.
Oh snap! Yeah, you can't fold an iPad. Come on now, you can't fold an
Yeah, come
iPhone.
on.
Oh, man, dude, I just have so many things written down about this. I don't even know where to go here. They were so he was so dramatic. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, they're so dramatic. He's just like everything that is being done and said, he's just like taking it over the top, like, you know, apologizing to her for like no reason. And I'm just like, yeah, but you know what? When I was in high school, I felt like that was it. Like you felt like high school was like your whole life, you know? And
Yeah,
so I'm like, okay, I'll give this some I'll suspend some things and kind of like give myself like try to remember what happened
yeah.
when I was
What it
in
was like,
yeah, what it was like to like,
getting to
talk
high
to
school
somebody.
first thing and trying to
Hmm.
like, you don't want to be known as this the whole rest of your life because that's what it feels
Yeah.
like. It's like, so you get high school, that's it. Like that's gonna dictate your whole life.
Yeah, and you are awkward too. Like there are some awkward. I remember walking by and I may have told this story on the podcast before, but I remember walking by some lockers and there were two girls standing in front of each other. I don't know what happened beforehand, but one of the girls had a real awkward, she must have had a real awkward like interaction with somebody. And
Yeah.
one of her friends grabs the other girl. And like in all seriousness, it wasn't a joke. She was like, you can't be weird like this. Or something like, this is our year.
This is our year.
We're gonna be cool. Like,
Yeah, we gotta be cool this year.
yeah,
Can't be awkward.
stop being this way. You're gonna, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe this was like, I mean, I was awkward, but I wasn't concerned as much. Or I guess I didn't have anybody to like shake me by the shoulders. Stop being
Yeah.
weird, Sal. I was
Stop
like,
being weird, Sal.
I wish somebody would have. I would have been like, I mean, beyond that, I got some other stuff. I got here. Is this Daredevil's origin story? This is, like he eventually, after all trying all these things,
Yeah.
they okay. So there, I'm going in on this. It was funny. The show is kind of it's
Yeah.
pretty, it's cute. She's supposed to be cute and awkward. She kind of has some spatial awareness things. She gets really close to him
Yeah.
when they read the book together. There is, I mean, like they
It's a
have
lot of
lunch
touching going
together.
on.
Yes, a lot of touching, a lot of like he's
A lot
sitting
of
down,
PDA going on.
dude, and like not like, like not in the, I mean, it's not like she's like that. It's just,
Yeah.
but there's some like she sits down, like he sits down for lunch
Yeah.
outside, and then she's sitting down almost in his lap, but
Yeah.
like in front of him. And I'm like, well, I just wrote down, hey, yo,
Hey yo.
like, whoa, hey, bro,
Whoa.
if you're at school and a teacher catches you in this,
That's it. We're
uh,
done.
yeah, you lock
Yeah.
them up.
Lock
Put
them up.
this, scoot P. Diddy over and put
Yeah.
this man next to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah. Like I was just, there was just some like, a lot of this. Oh, also, we get a lot of just his narration because she doesn't talk and she doesn't say anything. And I was trying to think if this is how Comey can't communicate was. Is it, or do we have?
So hers, so with Comey, it was more, they're still saying like the awkwardness and stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, Comey wouldn't just, she would just not talk. Aharen-san's more like talking, but really like quiet. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
it's like her nerves are still getting to her to where she can't talk out loud. So because he still manages to hear her, like she still manages to kind of talk. So that's when we get going back to where he's like able to hear stuff. Because there is a scene too where they're walking in the street
Hmm.
and they have this guy in front of him drop coins, and automatically he goes, "Oh, he dropped 60 in." It's just like,
Yeah,
yo,
he
what?
know, and he knew it by like hearing it.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
the exact
I
amount.
heard 60 yen. He didn't see the
Yeah,
60 yen.
I
That's what I'm
heard
saying.
it.
I'm telling you, I was like, and then eventually he's in some car accident, loses his eyesight, and now
Daredevil.
you're Ben Affleck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're Ben Affleck, and you're making the worst superhero movie of all time.
About that.
um, let's see here. What else did I got written down here? I go, yes, the haunting begins. Yes, the haunting begins. Because there's a part where she like stays up, or she gets up really early and makes him lunch, and she
Yeah.
takes him a little bento box. Cute, right? But then she's like dragging. She's so tired from just getting up this early to put some ramen in a bowl. Lots of work, and she's like crawling on him, and it got real dramatic and stuff, and she's
Yeah.
like he's like freaked out by it, and I'm like, yeah, she's definitely haunted, bro. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we got red flags and this man can't
it's
see
it's
one
it's,
of
it's a
them.
it's a different kind of ghosting.
Yeah, yeah. He should be ghosted. I mean, like, how many red flags do you need? This man is like, he don't see any, he's just blind.
He colorblind.
Yeah, blind love, man, blind love. You just kind of like, you know what? She may be a ghost, but that's all right, man.
That's all right, baby. I got
I
this Ouija board. We're good. That's what he didn't try. If he would have had that, he probably could have talked to her.
Hey, he probably could have, just like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Should just spell everything out. Just spell everything out, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, she's throwing notes at him in the bathroom. She's throwing notes at him in the boys' locker room.
Everywhere.
I mean, there's some she falls asleep on his lap. I just, I don't know. It just makes me, oh, I don't know. There's a grown man behind this story. He writes
Yeah.
this story as a grown man, and then deliberately makes her like look really young. Uh, I mean, come on, man. I don't know, Joe Angel.
uh,
It's Japan. It's a different thing. Like,
yeah.
it's just it is what it is, baby. I
It
don't know.
is what it is.
Oh, I also wrote the sister is my favorite character.
Yeah.
That's about
She
it.
cool.
That's it. Oh, and last thing I wrote lock this man up.
Lock this man.
That's it. Lock this man up.
Lock him up.
All
Oh
right,
man.
all right. I don't know, Joe Angel. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just okay. So like here, let me ask you. So like this is
Yeah.
just it's not this isn't uncommon. Like this whole young, I don't know. I mean, like, is this like a trope, or is this
Young
like
character. Yeah.
I mean,
There.
because they draw her pretty tiny, and he even like says it
Yeah.
like, gosh, she's so small.
Yeah. It's
And
like it's going back to that cuteness thing of like where they draw girl characters, shorter,
hmm.
kind of
Hmm.
younger. Um, it's like to for that cuteness factor.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
like one of the things they deem as like, all right, to make a girl cute. All right, we got to make her like short, make
Hmm.
her look young,
Kind of
youthful,
mousy, yeah.
kind of mousy. Give her kind of like a soft voice.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
things that they deem as cute for the tropes and stuff. So you'll see that like across. That's why you'll get into like some animes or like some isekais where they'll have like a female character who looks like she's 12 or 13, but she
Hmm.
says, "Oh, I'm 1,000 years old," and it's like, no, that's a
Okay.
lie, bold face lie. You
Both
haven't
face
been
lie.
alive 1,000 days.
Uh, I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, I would say the same thing about this Aharen. And Aharen-san, isn't that like what isn't that? I
So
thought
it's just
San,
like so sans just honorific. It's what do you call it? What's that word?
it's
Gender
the
neutral.
okay.
So it's like either Miss, it's like Mr. and Mrs. So it would be
Uh,
Aharen-san, Rivals Kun or San. So really, it's just like the honorifics and stuff. And so
okay, so I
that
just
one's
don't
just
want
it's a gender neutral one.
okay. Now, I don't the reason why I was kind of like hesitant on kind of going in hard on this because I'm betting you really like this is kind of up your alley a little bit like cuz
Yeah,
it's slice of life. It's got this kind of like sweetness
rom
to it,
com. Yeah,
rom-com. It's it's a what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's just rom-com. It's a romantic
yeah,
comedy. It's funny. It's kind of it's like it's a lot like Can We Can't Communicate. It's kind of I was thinking
yeah.
like, hey, this they stole this story from Can We Can't Communicate, bro. Like, I don't know who stole it from who. Somebody pitched it and they were like, I'm gonna do my version of it, and the guy was like,
Yeah,
Nah, I'm gonna do my version of it, and we'll see
do my
which one's
version.
better.
Yeah,
And you know what I'm saying, like a little bit of that. And so I
yeah,
was like, I want you to go in. Let you, you love it, okay? Let yourself, and I'm gonna let you love it. You know what I'm saying? Like just like me. I like my
yeah.
dumb things, and like I think I find some things that are funny, and you might not think they're funny, and that's what we're all about, baby. We're about,
Yeah. Finding
some
what we love. Yeah.
find out what we love. You love what you
Yeah.
love. The end.
The end. But not
Just
the
don't
end
go
yet,
to.
because we're gonna get into some facts.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Give me some facts. Give me some facts.
All right. So this was written and illustrated by Sato Mizu. So they're the ones that created this, and it was published on Shueisha's Shonen Jump Plus, and this went from January of 2017 all the way till April of 2023. So
All right, all
it's
right.
the story itself is done. There's 17 manga volumes that you could buy and purchase to get the rest of the story because the anime came out in June in April of 2022 and went all the way till June of 2022. So there's only 12 episodes, one season.
Is it the whole thing? You think is it that like they caught it all?
Nope, because we got the second season coming out in April of this year.
Oh, snap.
Season 2 is coming out.
So it's well received enough for people to
Yeah,
kind of like, okay, okay.
to get a second season because, like I said, it didn't cover the whole storyline from the manga for the first season. So I kind of figured they would go into the second season.
Let me ask you though, like if you do think and like I want you to try to like try to think this out with me because it's hardly enough for, for us to just think about this because it's just two of us, but like
Yeah,
if this
branch
was
out.
yeah, let's just branch it out. If this was created or written in America, do you think this could have been created and written in America? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think, could you imagine, like, if it was in America and somebody, like, created this and it was, like, nationwide release, do we have anything of of an equivalent to this? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, because I
Oh,
could
let's
imagine, I could
see.
imagine the censors come after this and go, she looks a little young. And he doesn't look they don't look the same age. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I will
do
say
do you get
it has a PG rating on Crunchyroll.
okay.
So,
So it's a little bit like
so
it's a little oh for an older
almost
audience,
for a little bit older audience.
just a little
Probably
bit.
maybe just a little bit. Not too
Okay.
young, but not too old. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. If you're old, you can watch it. But young
Okay.
wise, whatever PG is, because I know they got. I don't know when that cuts off, but
I just
uh,
wonder if like
trying
what
to
the
think.
internet says about this. I didn't show my wife not for any reason. It's just like I just thought of like, well, maybe after watching it, I'm thinking like I kind of want her to see it and just watch it and just look at
Yeah,
this,
just watch it.
just watch it and give me,
Yeah.
tell me what you
Give me
think.
your. Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, you're like you give me your American view about these kind of things, because you know, like I think you and are like we understand like culturally it's different. You know, like
Yeah,
they're writing something that their whole just way of life and everything is completely different from us. So, and their comedy, the
yeah,
humor, you know, all of that stuff is completely different. So it's a completely different, yeah, cultural influence
vibe.
that, yeah, vibe that they're
Yeah,
having that they're writing. So, you know, I don't know, and so like I guess in my mind, or we think about here in America in the States, we're always kind of like uh concerned and on like our heads are on a swivel for like looking for like
yeah,
you know trafficking and like inappropriate relationships between like teachers and students and you
yeah.
know like any of that stuff we're always kind of like we're very aware of it.
Aware and like trying to like
Yeah,
we
trying to we're trying to
look in between the lines, looking like
yeah, we're trying to
into
catch
it.
people. Yeah, we're trying to
Yeah,
catch people. We're like, hey, hold on, get them, you know, like
get him.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's where I'm kind of coming for
Yeah,
this whole thing. It's just kind of like my head is on a swivel for that kind of thing because we're kind of conditioned that way.
yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. You know, go on. Forget it. I'm sorry I
Come on.
interrupted. Just go on. Go. Give me more facts, bro. 13
That's all the
episodes.
facts.
That's all the facts, Joe
That's all
Angel.
the
Come on.
facts, guys.
Did this? Okay, let me ask you another question. Is this man
Yeah,
writing
locked
this
up.
story? Yeah, is he in jail? Is he in
Yeah.
jail? Straight to jail.
No,
He's writing
he
this
is.
story in jail.
They are actually in the process, I think, of doing another
Indictment.
manga.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a for a video game. Blue Archive, yeah. So
Uh-huh.
they I think they're writing. They're doing the Blue Archive manga right now, which I think is a video game adaptation, or yeah,
Blue
adapted from a
Arcade.
video game. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they're working on currently. I think.
You know, here's the thing. I also think about this with, speaking of, what was that movie, Blue? Oh
Uh,
man, it's gonna kill me. I'm sorry. You know, here we go again. Sal bringing
with
up
blue people,
things.
Avatar.
No, 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 no. It was about, we watched the anime movie and it
Okay.
was about the girl who wanted to be an actress. She's moving from being
Oh
like a
yeah, blue. Oh
blue,
my.
not blue lock,
No,
not
not blue lock.
what is
Oh my.
oh perfect blue,
Perfect
perfect
blue.
blue,
Yeah.
right? It's perfect blue, right?
Yeah, perfect blue. Yeah.
I just go back to, you know, the creators. Somebody like it's one thing whenever you do something and it kind of like say here, I could say something accidentally inappropriate or we
Yeah.
delve into something that I don't know what I'm talking about and I can kind of mess up and make mistakes or something like that.
Yeah.
But in Perfect Blue, they write it's an awesome movie, by the way.
Yeah.
It's extremely artistic and interesting and you know, mind melting a little bit. But also, there is a scene that these illustrators and like audio engineers and everybody has to like write and draw, and it's not a slow process. You know what I'm saying? It's a long, arduous process. They're having
Yeah.
to like draw this one scene, and it is it feels just from watching it. It's only like for
Yeah.
us, for me and you, it's only like a couple seconds long.
Yeah.
But they live with it and live inside of it,
Yeah.
and
They had to draw it and then had to go possibly go redraw it. You
yeah,
know,
and
do
eventually
all
like,
that.
and then
Yeah.
I could imagine it like just messes and stays with your head where you just go like,
Yeah.
this
And even the voice
is
actors too, like having to,
yeah, and
like
having
if
to do
they
the
have to
voice
re-record
act,
stuff, because most of the times they'll have the animation scene playing
yeah,
while they're
yeah,
recording,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
so to get them more in like the tone and what the action is, and having to redo that like any other movie
right?
scene.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
like you have to go there in a way that is just like the staying power and the making, and eventually you just think that you would go, I don't know if I feel comfortable with this. I just wonder if,
yeah.
you know, like this is dubbed.
That is what it was.
This is
Yeah,
dubbed. And you know, like it's not like that. It's not on that level. This is
yeah.
not this is
Nah.
this looks like two consenting people. you know, but then, if I was in English, if I was say like, we make
Yeah,
jokes about, what if I did like voice acting
yeah,
and this ran across my table and I was
yeah.
like, do I want to be
A part of this.
locked away
Wait.
forever? Do I do I want to have somebody throw me in the ocean? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want
Yeah.
to be thrown into the ocean. You know, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I think
don't
it's what it is you're seeing it from a visual perspective right now.
I think
Like
you're right.
visually, that's what you clocked in first was their visual differences.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
like I said, I
It,
watched the whole thing, so I could see it more as the story itself of what it
yeah.
flourishes out to be.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, yeah, like once again, it's that thing in anime where they draw something to have effect. So
Yeah,
like if a character is like just round and two like white saucers for eyes, they're
yeah,
probably scared or
yeah,
confused or something like that, and they're doing that for effect. Or
yeah.
if one of the characters goes from being a grown person to like a little small chibi character, it means something silly is happening, or they're
Shout out
like,
Himoto-chan.
hey, you know what? Maybe we need to go back, Angel.
Go
Let's go
back.
back and we can re-record that, like, and watch the right episode. Is that the one that we did?
Yeah, Himoto-chan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we did the wrong way. Let's
Yeah,
go
you
back
watched
and
this first season and
uh,
the
the,
second
the second
season, first
season,
episode.
first episode. We'll go back and make it right. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I do get that. I get it. And I was kind of, as I was watching, I was kind of like, that's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to lay the groundwork of like this small, quiet, mousy girl is awkward, and this other he's also awkward too. Like
Yeah.
he has real issues with he's like really shy and nervous. He gets up
Yeah.
in front of class and he's just like they all have to say their name and stand up, and he's just like even himself kind of saying, "Oh, that was really tough." Like,
Yeah. And even his like facial expressions too, because even like in the beginning scenes where he first trying to like talk to Aharen, he's all like, "All right, maybe she's just scared of me because I'll look. I need a smile." So he like does the whole first fake thing, and he's like, "All right, I'm smiling," but it's still just
he's
the same
not
face.
not
He
smiling at
didn't
all.
change at all.
Yeah. I mean, there's some like funny things that like some silliness that's happening
Yeah.
in the show. Like I love the way she's like she makes she makes him that bento box,
Yeah.
and she's like trying to give it to him, and he's like, "No, that's okay." And he's trying to be,
Yeah.
and she like is like pressing it into his face and kind of like making him eat the food, like, no, no,
Yeah.
you're gonna eat this, but she
Yeah.
doesn't say anything.
Forcefully.
Yeah, forcefully eating this, like,
Yeah.
and that's funny. I always think that that's always a funny move that I think is funny, but some people
Yeah.
don't think it's funny. But like if they want, I ask somebody, hey, you should taste this, but they don't want to, and so I
Yeah.
press it against their face to make them taste
Push
it.
against your lips.
Yeah,
Come on, just
yeah.
do
I,
it.
I think that's funny, but I don't think it ever actually is funny. Like I don't know if it's funny or not. I mean, what do I know, dude? I don't know anything, bro. So
I will say, I think more or less to part of it, coming just as coming from my uh thoughts and perspectives, is that her character design I think consists of how you when you're awkwardly and socially awkward like that, that's how you actually feel. Like you feel like you're small and that people can't hear you and stuff. So I think they took that feeling of social awkwardness and put that
and
into like and
personified it.
personified it as her character design of how you would actually feel. You would feel that small and that kind of awkward and quiet because you feel you're having this anxiety and all this other stuff going on, and you're just feeling like everything else around you grows huge and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and also the same for him. He's drawn like a background character. So
Yeah,
he doesn't seem like the main character. He's just a side character. He feels himself like I'm just, a regular, like
regular
almost
dude.
yeah, regular, maybe less than normal person.
Yeah,
Like he's trying really hard to be, um a real boy,
yeah,
and he's trying to find himself, but he's just like So yeah, I could see that both where they're both kind of like uh they're personified
Yeah.
characters that are representative of a feeling as opposed to actual. Okay, I could see that. I could see it. Yeah, I watched it twice because I was
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
I watched it once late at night and I was like
Yeah.
maybe I'm just delirious. But I just remember
I'm just.
I didn't, and I didn't, the first time I watched it didn't take notes. All I was just
Was
going
this
like
before or after the coffee?
this is before the coffee, so I was not firing on all cylinders, but I just like was just kind of watching in a honestly, I was like, nah, dude. And then I would watch like, nah, man, that's jailbait, bro. Like you are don't no, dude. And I was just
Don't do
like,
it.
don't do it, dude. What are you doing? And I was like, nah, and I didn't take any notes, and then I was like, I'm all right, I'll watch it again and take actual notes. And I was kind of like, I kind of, but now that you explain it to me that way,
Yeah.
that like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that they would like, because say they decided to do this as a live action,
Yeah.
then you cast somebody who is, very small and mousy,
Yeah.
and then you like cast somebody that's bigger,
Yeah.
taller, and they're
You got
the
Jenna
this.
Ortega and The Rock
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there
there you
next to each
go. Or
other.
maybe that would, well, I mean, they are, I was gonna say the age difference, but no,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think I said that for another one. Who was it?
The one, the My Love Life one, wasn't
Oh,
it?
My Love Story.
Yeah,
No, was that what? Was that?
maybe. He's a big
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Is it
maybe.
my, what, man, we need to find that and put that on there.
You
My
gotta
Love
find it.
Story. I
Chat if you
mean,
remember that. Put the
it,
episode down
you
in
know
the
what?
comments.
uh,
Oh man, let's get into this guac talk, man.
let's guac talk this dude. I don't know. What can I say about this show? I think if I kind of had that perspective going into
Yeah,
the show, then I probably have a different feeling for it now, um, or right after the fact. Like, kind of like, just give
yeah,
me, and maybe if I would have read the synopsis. I usually don't read the synopsis
yeah,
beforehand. Um, I mean, but I just, I guess I need to think about it a little bit in a different perspective for me to have like this. It's hard for me to shake that
yeah,
feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
yeah.
having a hard time trying to
That
shake
creeping
the.
feelings, right
Yeah,
there.
a little bit like
She's haunting you, but she's the ghost behind you.
she. Oh my gosh, dude! I'm telling you, she's a straight up ghost. She's quiet. She's whispery. She's crawling on the floor. I mean, just a whisper of a person.
Whisper in the night.
She's got her purple hair and she's just kind of floating. But I mean, I didn't. Let's just say I didn't hate the show. Uh, but I also just kind of, I guess I was just kind of overwhelmed by just that
Yeah,
part
by
of it,
what you were seeing.
by what I was seeing. Like, kind of just going, okay. And also like it's kind of tough because we were on, Comey Can't Communicate. It kind of sets a high bar for
Yeah,
me. That I'm
yeah,
like, okay, well, if you like this show, then you would like Comey
yeah,
Can't Communicate. And also they seem a little bit more age appropriate in Comey Can't
yeah,
Communicate. And so like I have that and I go, well, and it's because I have that as like my base where like, well,
yeah,
this has been done and it's been done this way, and it's just this interpretation that they decide to
yeah.
go with kind of melts my mind a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. It is kind of like a different standard. Like even though they have like the same kind of base points and stuff that they're trying to have come across, it
Hmm.
is like a different standard.
And I will say too is that I mean, like I found this show to be amusing, but not like hilarious.
Yeah,
Uh, some of the jokes kind of like when he shows all the different ways that he tried to communicate with this girl, try to like We did smoke signals, we sent arrows, we did
Carrier
doves,
pigeons.
and they're being ridiculous and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like, I go, that's fine and dandy, but I was like, I still didn't like. I found myself with Comey Can't Communicate, like literally laughing out loud.
Yeah.
And I think they were probably a little bit more successful in its comedy,
Yeah.
as opposed to this one. Still good, but just, like not that level.
Not in that tier. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? And I think that's the thing too. If it was like in that tier, and if it was
Yeah.
as funny, then I may have like forgiven a lot more. Like the yeah, with the whole age
Yeah.
thing. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, put it in the comments, people. Did you watch it and did you feel a weird thing or did you not? Is it just me? Because yeah, because like say like this kind of look and that idea is so much more prevalent in anime, and I'm not as well versed in anime or in slice of life even, that maybe it's just my American,
American
TV,
brain coming
my
in.
American, yeah, 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 a little bit. So you could already probably hear it, but yeah, like if a one out of, give
One
me a
out
ratings.
of five bento boxes.
One out of five bento boxes. How many of them am I eating?
How many are you
Uh,
shoving in your face?
one out of five in the face. I'm probably gonna go. I don't know what I gave Lucky Star. I might give this one probably the same. Probably the same. I'm gonna
It's
go
the
ahead and
same
give it
rating.
this. Whatever that was, I don't know if I have it written down. Whatever Lucky Star was, put it chat. Put in
Put
the
it in the
chat.
comments.
I, I'm probably like, maybe a two, maybe a two,
Yeah.
because it's intriguing. Like I probably would make somebody watch this just to see what they thought. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think as a person who does it? So like that to me is intriguing. That this whole like, and kind of like seeing if they got it and I just didn't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If they
I
were like, if they know anime, or even if they don't know anime, if they were to watch this, how would they initially feel? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's what it is. Do you anime or don't you anime?
do you
Okay.
anime? Yeah.
Do you anime?
Do you or don't you guys? Let us know
Yeah.
in those comments. And let us know in those comments how much you like this podcast, and how, if you did like this anime or if you didn't. Or like as Sal said, if you had questions, let us know in those comments. Drop them in there, guys. We got these questions we need answers to.
We need answers. I need answers. Is this too much for you? Okay, good.
Is this too much for you? Well, what is nothing too much for us is the fact that we love anime. And also, if you do love anime, let us know by clicking those likes, clicking those shares, clicking those subscribe buttons, and going over to our website, anime-me.com, where you can find a list of all of our episodes, and where you can find links to all our socials and all our podcasts and platforms, and where you can buy your own Anime Me Pod shirt, guys. Because like we said, Valentine's Day is this week, and if you need a gift, we got one for you right there.
It's also
Put it in the
red
cart.
too, so
It's also red too. There you go. Hey, red and red, guys. That's what you
red
need.
and Valentine's, baby.
Valentine's red like the Chiefs and all the Super Bowl.
Our true love,
Our
America's true
true
love.
love, the greatest script ever in American history.
That's the story I want to see. Make
Yeah.
that into an anime.
Make it into an anime, guys. Well, until then, I've been Joanna with my co-host Sal, and we will see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
It's later.
It's later. Oh man. Good gosh. Was it for the freeze? Did your pipes break from that?
That's probably what it is. My phone's all frozen up from
Frozen
the
in.
from being cold outside.
Cow outside.
Straight up cold-blooded.
Cow blooded.
This
Coming
is the
back
begin.
too.
This is the beginning of AI and Elon Musk taking over.
I know. They're
You
trying
know,
to
he They're trying to stop the podcast, dude. They're like,
Trying to replace us, man.
I mean, I'm pretty replaceable. I'm pretty replaceable, Joe and Joe. Not you, bro. Okay? Not you too.
Wait, UT. Oh my gosh, I'm still so salty about them forcing me to have an album that I did not get.
No, oh, snap. Remember that? Hey, I don't, how far
Dude,
back does that, some people don't know about it,
I
you know?
don't know how far back that goes, but I remember looking in and like seeing like, what is this YouTube album? I've never had this. I didn't even buy it. It was just
Yeah.
showed up.
Yeah.
It's like,
And if you even, like, depending on your vehicle or whatever you had your like phone connected to, sometimes
yeah,
your music just started
yeah,
and it would just start with that U2 album. I would like jump in my
yeah,
truck and it would just
yeah.
start. I'm like,
Nah,
what is this? What's happening
it's
here?
like, nah, we're
Who
not doing
who
this.
who do you think you
Who do you
are?
think you are? I
Who do you
know.
think who do you think I am? Who you or
If Steve Jobs was still here, he would have never let that happen.
That's for dang sure. He was like,
Yeah.
well, actually, I think it was under Steve Jobs.
Was it?
Yeah, that was Steve Jobs, bro. That was,
Oh man.
but he was near the end, he was like,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
Like man,
doing
they
my
ain't gonna
man's.
remember it was me. They
Yeah,
can't
you know
suspect it.
what? I'll do whatever I want. I do whatever I
Yeah.
want.
Do what I want.
It was the one misstep.
One misstep.
He decided to wear
Ah.
something other than blue jeans and changed his whole image and started listening to U2 and he was like, you know what?
Uh,
Look in your drawer, your dresser drawers. You also
yeah.
have blue jeans too.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen get you a black turtleneck, some blue
Blue
jeans,
jeans.
and a
Boom.
U2 album. U2 can be get the fit. That's what it
It's
was.
in the agreement. It's in the agreement you signed. You should have read
Should have read
it.
it. Now you're wearing
Should have read
mom jeans and a turtleneck.
it.
It's in the algorithm, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's in your you've been saying yes to these user agreements.
Yeah.
No idea. And now you're a flutitarian or what do they call it? I don't know. What was the
Floridian.
Floridian?
Not
Floridi?
Floridian.
No,
Floridian. Is
no.
it Floridian?
Yeah,
No.
if you become a Floridian, you're eating
Yeah.
like alligators and people and
You're
stuff
eating
and
gators. Yeah.
yeah, you're 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 smoking bath salts and
All them salts, man.
yeah, yeah, yes. You don't want to be a Floridian.
Nah, man.
I
All that
mean,
fluoride.
I think we're talking about two different things.
Oh man. Well.
uh, okay, so I listened back to the podcast
Yeah.
to one of the last ones. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to slow down
Slow down.
one.
Well,
I'm gonna try to
we were on a timetable on that one.
yeah, but
Had to
like
rush it.
sometimes I get to talking too quickly, and
Yeah.
when I talk too fast, I don't make any sense. So I'm like I don't know if you listen back to him. It's like Sal said some stuff, but it didn't make any sense. Like like
I've
you
known you too long to like not even notice it anymore. I guess.
he's
It's
like
one of those things where you know somebody so long that they're like when people who meet them for the first time think it's weird. You're just so used to it, so you don't even
yeah,
notice
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like, oh, that's just classic Sal.
That's true. I guess a little bit. I was telling my wife.
Yeah.
I go, man, I'm wild, man. I don't make any sense sometimes. And I'm like, and Joe Angel's going, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, no, I don't think he knows. He's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So
Go with the flow, baby.
let's slow down and make some sense for once in your life. Dude, and I love that you found the old school Tomo-chan
Yeah, I had to
interview.
like bust out my old laptop to get the file. I was like, I know
Dude,
I got this somewhere.
I go, where are those two guys? Because those guys had something back then. That podcast was good. I'd listen to
That's good.
those two guys. These
Imagine
two
because that was
guys?
the one where we did the three. It was
We
Ghost
did three.
Stories. It was Ghost
Uh-huh.
Stories, Baka, and Tomo-chan. That was the one I used for Ghost Stories for the pilot.
Y-
I had cut it
Yeah.
down, so
And you just use the one of the,
yeah.
yeah. That's
That was the first
wild,
time I
dude.
knew I had some good editing skills because it didn't seem like it.
It didn't really seem like it, dude. It was like, it's funny that. we still made the same points. Like some of the
Yeah,
same points are like reflective and even
yeah,
answered some of our questions like
yeah.
we had
All right,
during
well,
the
you answer that
podcast.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, hey, this is like I was listening to it, I was like, wait, is this what is this? Is this like another part that we started before? And I was like, no, this is the old podcast.
Yeah.
And I still had the same questions a little bit, but I kind of it was good. It was good.
It's good. All right. We're gonna start with Aharen-san.
Okay.
All right.